Salve Skipoli, hello, and welcome to our second video, practicing our Greek alphabet. So if you haven't already, please watch the first video where we actually go through the Greek alphabet and how to write each of the letters. It's a long one. Feel free to break it up, right, into a couple different viewings if you need to. But I do want you to watch it so you can really see how to write some of the letters, because some of them are a little trickier than others. Now, this video will hopefully be a bit shorter. It will be shorter. I just wanted to kind of run through with you guys explanations of the other assignment. So we're going to talk about a couple of things, and then I'm going to kind of guide you guys through what you are expected to do for the assignment for this week. All right. So, let me get started on our presentation. All right. So, Greek alphabet practice. All right. So last video, we learned the Greek alphabet. It is a different alphabet. And like I said, it doesn't always match up exactly to what we think the letters might be in English. Now, that being said, there is something called transliteration, which is when you take a letter from one alphabet and find the equivalent letter for another alphabet, meaning that they have the same letter sound, or letter sounds if there's more than one letter required to make the sound. So this key is also on the other page of the alphabet worksheet that you filled in on the last video. So this is on here. So you're going to want to keep this handy while you're working on this assignment, because this is going to be your saving grace here, all right? This is really helpful. So this, right, is just showing you what the equivalent letters would be in English. So alpha is equivalent to, or the closest equivalent is our English letter A, beta is B, gamma is G, delta is D, epsilon is short E, zeta is basically like our English letter Z, eta is a long E, theta is like a TH, iota is like an RI, kappa is K, lambda is L, mu is M, so on and so forth. Now, again, a couple of them require two letters in English, right? Like chi or psi or theta, right? So those ones require two letters in English. So keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that not every letter in English has a Greek equivalent, right? There isn't a W sound. There's no W and there's no J sound in Greek. So there's some English letters that don't have Greek equivalents. But these are the ones that do correspond to the Greek letters. So you're going to use this for the first part of your assignment, which is you're going to practice writing your name using Greek letters. So again, use the transliteration guide, right? Write out your name and then figure out what the equivalents would be in Greek letters. So for example, we have Rachel, the name Rachel. You'd use a rho, right, for the R, right? Remember, rho in Greek looks like our letter P. Then we have an alpha for the A. And then we have that CH. Now remember, Greek has a letter that covers that CH, the chi, or chi, however people pronounce it. But that is a CH, so you're going to replace that with the chi. And then epsilon for E and lambda for L. Now, for the most part, for an sound, use an epsilon. For more of a long E sound, use an eta. That's kind of the rule there. Another example, we have Mark, right? The name Mark, M-A-R-K. We'd replace that with mu, alpha, rho, and kappa. This font makes the kappa look almost like an X, but that is a kappa. So Mark would be the kappa. All right, now, again, there's a few letters in English that don't have Greek equivalents, but I'm going to give you what to use for that. So for C or Q, use a kappa, right? For J sound, use an iota. So this is kind of going back to Latin. In Latin, I, the letter I, can be consonantal and have a y sound, and that becomes a J in English. So for J, use an I. For a V or a W, use upsilon. That's the closest thing we're going to have for that. And so Jacob would be Jakob with an iota, so Jakob, with iota, alpha, kappa, omicron, and beta. So that would be Jacob. All right, so practice writing your name and write it. I have a spot for your name in English and for your name in Greek at the top of this handout. So practice writing your name in Greek there. All right, now the next part is practicing some Greek to English. So there's a lot of words in English that we get from ancient Greek, root words, things like that. So, and there's some words that almost are identical. Again, just we've changed the alphabet to the English alphabet. So let's take a look at a few words and see if you can figure out what they are in English. We have this, we have epsilon, chi, and omicron. This is pronounced echo. So rewritten in English would be ECHO, like echo. We have drama, delta, rho, alpha, mu, and alpha. So drama, which that's exactly like our English, drama. Next, we have cosmos with kappa, omicron, sigma, mu, omicron, and sigma. Remember, we have the sigma that's in the middle of the words and then sigma at the end. So this is cosmos, which is going to be like cosmos. I like the cosmos, the universe. And then we have omicron, lambda, upsilon, mu, pi, omicron again, and sigma. This is Olympos. Olympos. So this is what we talked about last week. The Greek gods lived on Mount Olympus. So this is Olympus. And this is one of the cases where the upsilon is going to become a Y in English. And then we have omicron, rho, kappa, epsilon, sigma, tau, rho, and alpha. So this one's a little bit longer. So we have orchestra. So remember that one that looks like a P is actually an R sound. So this is orchestra. So orchestra, right? Orchestra, like the music, right? All right, now on your handout, I've got a few more of these words. So I've got the words written in Greek, okay? So you're going to copy out the Greek. So practice writing your Greek letters. You're going to copy the word in the Greek. Then you're going to use your transliteration guide to help you rewrite the letters using English letters. So go letter for letter, figure out what the English equivalents would be, and then write what the word in English is that comes from this Greek word. So for example, the transliteration to the actual English word that comes from it might be spelled a little bit differently, here, orchestra. Orchestra in English is spelled with a CH. We changed that. So even though it's got a kappa here, it's a CH in English. So practice doing that. So that's this assignment. And then let's talk about the others really quickly. So then on the next side of the handout, okay, we've got English words or English transliterations of Greek words. So you're going to practice rewriting these words using the Greek letters. So for the example, we have demokratia. So you're going to rewrite this using Greek letters to figure out what the Greek word for this is. And then it's just got some kind of like information about each one and what the origins of the words are. So practice that. Again, you're rewriting these English forms of the word into their correct Greek forms with Greek letters. And then the last page, and this is one we're going to do together, or not together necessarily. Oh yes, together. Okay, so I'm going to kind of quickly go through this, but then I'm also going to post these slides separately so that you can practice writing out these names on your own time, just so I'm not having to spend 10 minutes of a video waiting for you guys to write letters or worry about any of that. So I'll post these slides separately with the forms that you can then practice writing. So we've got the names of the gods and goddesses. So in class, I'll be going kind of one by one. These are the 12 Olympians plus Hades and Hestia. Remember, Hades lives in the underworld. Hestia sits at the hearth, so they're not technically the 12 kind of Olympian gods. So these are the gods and goddesses. And these are going to be their Greek forms of their names. So we have Zeus, Hera. So this is one where it's got that rough breathing. Remember, that's how we get the H sound. And it's got the eta letter that looks like a capital H, but this H letter is actually pronounced A. And the rough breathing is where we get the H sound. So Hera, Athena, Apollon, Artemis, Poseidon, Aphrodite, Hermes. Oopsies. Went too far, I went back. So Hermes is another one. We have that epsilon, that short E with the rough breathing to get that H sound. So Hermes. Same with Hephaestus. So Hephaestos, Ares, Dionysos, Demeter, Hyades, and Hestia. So I'm probably sounding horrible to any people who know modern Greek. This is just, I'm going based off of how I learned Greek pronunciation when I was in college. So that's how I learned how to pronounce them. So my apologies to anybody who knows modern Greek who thinks I'm butchering it. This is how I learned classical Greek pronunciation. All right, so I'm going to post these slides on the same page where the video and everything is. So you're going to want to have this slide, this last slide of these this presentation open so you can practice copying out the names of the gods. Once you have that all done, you are also going to take pictures of each of these pages of this assignment and submit that to me as your assignment for this week, okay? So have some fun. It's really fun writing in a different alphabet that you're not used to. It takes some practice to get the hang of the letters, but once you do, it just looks really cool once you're writing in a different language, in a different alphabet. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Enjoy practicing some of these words and names of the gods in the original Greek that they were written in, which I, in my language nerdiness, geek out about so much. So have some fun with this. Email me if you have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you all in next week's lesson videos. Wale te discipuli.